In this short segment, I'm going to experiment with a homemade camera stabilizer that I found on the internet. What we're going to try right now, taking a walk with the camera just handheld as part of the experiment to see how the little cheap stabilizer works that I just built up yesterday. So I'm just walking along with the camera and trying to hold it steady with my hands. We'll see how it works with the stabilizer. So now we're going to try the same walk. This is with the stabilizer, and see if it's better or worse or what. It's definitely heavier by about 5 pounds. Next, I'm going to try a more complex but much lighter stabilizer that I built up today. Okay, this is the final setup that I am trying out of the Gimbaled camera stabilizer. I've put more weight up at the top again and reduced the weight in the back at the bottom, and it seems to have reduced the amount of sway that I was having before pretty substantially. I still have the issue that because where the camera is mounted is so free-floating, it is so frictionless that it tends to turn on its own, whether through inertia or the slightest breeze. But I can control it by just tapping the back a little bit. I can actually use that to get a fairly smooth pan as well. Now we'll try the stairs. So now what we're going to try to do is see how this looks going upstairs and downstairs without the stabilizer, and we'll repeat that also with the stabilizer. And now we'll try the walk up and down the stairs, again this time with the stabilizer. See if it makes any difference. One thing I notice is that with this, it's much easier to watch where I'm going. Exactly why that is, I don't know. So here are the stairs with the Gimbaled camera stabilizer. Still have a little bit of sway from time to time, but it seems to settle out much more quickly than it did when I had less weight up at the top, which is great. Now we'll try the panning. Seems to be very easy to pan around without getting much in the way of handshake at all. Because of the huge weight advantage, I've decided to go with the Gimbaled stabilizer. This is my latest attempt at camera stabilizer. It has a fully gimbaled handle with ball bearings at the top and bottom, so you can spin it around, move it around, and the camera hardly moves at all. It's got spring-loaded weights to the sides up at front as well as in the front, so I can adjust the balance, because some cameras like this one have an offset tripod mount. It's got some weights up at the top, which are just 1/4 inch washers, and some down below, which are 1 1/4 inch washers as well. The gimbal itself is made out of some radio control truck parts I got in a hobby shop. I got the washers there, excuse me, the ball bearings there as well.